Hello, this is Patrick. This is January 2018. The government's been shut down for a day or two. A couple weeks ago I did douse, and I didn't put it up, I'm sorry, that they would shut it down. There's a high probability, and it would go on for a few days, a couple days. So I don't think it'll be that long. It's just posturing. But I wanted to reflect on some of the projections out into the future, and I'll take a few minutes to do this. Thank you for your help. Some people made some donations. Thank you very much. One thing in particular, when we go back to when Trump was going to win in 2015, when I first doused it out of the 22 people running, and I go, okay, let's just go have fun and see who would be a good vice president. A single vote hasn't even been cast. And at the time, I didn't know who Pence was, so he didn't come up in the discussion. And I did zero in on Ben Carson. I said, Ben Carson is pretty good. And he consistently came up like 1 or 2, a high probability. Well, a few weeks ago, I doused, he's still a high probability for VP for the next election. So that's really interesting. And I thought it could be Ivanka's considering him. She doesn't even know she's going to be president. It's probably premature, so I'm ahead of myself. So we did that a year ago, you remember? A year and a quarter ago, right after the election when Trump won, we doused that Ivanka was going to be a future president. I'm not sure about, and it sounds like the one right after her father, the presidency. And actually, when he steps aside and lets her have it, the country's going to be significantly different. The issues we think are important right now will be significantly different. So it's really hard to judge what we're doing. I think part of why Trump is, I hate to say it, but it's when you douse and go, would it be fair to say, is there any truth to the thing that Trump was divinely protected and led to victory? He actually got the most votes. They did rig the election, and it still didn't make any difference because he was protected to win the people's will, and that came forward. And his presidency, he himself is somewhat protected. I'm not sure how much, but that's all true. And it begs the question, why? Why is it important that Trump wins? And I think it's a couple issues, some we don't know. Even Trump, when you douse it, doesn't see the whole picture. The whole picture is much bigger. He sees part of it. He sees more than we do, all right? We just see a very limited scope of the spectrum of what's going on politically, economically. And then he sees a bigger picture, information he's privy to. But when you look from the spirit realm, it's even bigger, his role. And he doesn't even see it. But it was important that he would implement his policies. Second, he's actually a patriot. He loves America. What you see is what you get. And when you douse the love-hate for the country, he's a 10. He genuinely loves the country. And many of the people that are attacking him hate America. And it douses that way. Look at this. I mean, we've done this 100 times. Okay, this is a 50-50 split. Love over here, hate. Could you show me how much Trump loves or hates America? Does he love or hate America, please? That's a 10. Could you show me Jane Fonda, please, in her love and hate for America? I'm not doing anything. She absolutely hates it. She wants to see America die. I don't know what's wrong with her. Why she's like this. Could you tell me, scale of 1 through 10, it already answered the question before this is really a thought meter. That's 65%. I'm asking, what is the probability Ben Carson will be vice president next time? 60. 65. It's really weird. It answers your thoughts more than the what you're talking, and sometimes you're two thoughts ahead, and it's responding. It's really funny. And this is a connection to my higher self, which is connected to, you know, the divine matrix, the divine universe, and I wanted to say a few other things about the future. I still get radical change in the future. It's going to be radical, and we're going to have to adjust. And I still have the same people in trouble, but they're still here. But they're in very weak positions. That's Merkel, May, Senator McCain. They're very weak individuals politically, health-wise. They got issues. Merkel might have health issues, and so all that's going to change. And as we come around the bend, I think we're almost have a schizophrenic country. We're going to start improving, but I think we're going to have a downturn eventually. All right, and it may be something like a, you know, I forget. I hate to say it because I'm getting two different issues. One, what Trump is doing is good for the people, good for the country. And what we're going to do is, I think part of his mission is to set up the condition for everybody to be in a better situation for what's coming. All right? So when the changes occur, you're going to be in a better situation. The Hillary group, if she would have won, we would not be able to do anything. They would have people on the ground with clipboards pushing you around if things got rough. Let's say food and water distribution and things of that nature. We had to get rid of these people with the clipboards, and that's, you know, Commissar Hillary's group, and they're still doing it. They're still angry. They know they lost, and there's nothing they can do. The train has lost the station. Has left the station. And I just wanted to get that through. Bitcoin's going to go up, but it's just going to disappear or go down to $1. Things of that nature, all right? It is what it is. It's a digit. It's a digit of electronics. It's not worth anything. It's better to have a piece of land with water, things of that nature, okay? And I just wanted to touch that for the year coming up. The NFL will continue to hurt. They're going to be strapped for cash. All the employees will make less, you know. So the worm is turning on these people who are not uniting with the country and united cause to increase prosperity and really to increase freedom for everyone, you know, personal freedom to move around. And the government Trump inherited was the opposite. It was their foot on your back, and it was going to get a lot worse. They were going to move in. They say there's a lot of things they can do. You don't have any rights. You don't have any privacy rights on the computer, and it goes on and on. So it's an important change. The other thing I wasn't clear about a couple years ago, but I wanted to say, you know, I always saw the illegal aliens sort of leaving. Why are they going to leave? What's going on here? Well, it's going to be policy. I thought it was going to be the economy, but I think policy is going to get tougher and tougher with Trump, and I think he's going to push them out harder and harder, and we'll see what happens with the economy, but it's going to be policy, and a lot of them will be leaving. And this is the same for Europe as well. A lot of them will be leaving, and they'll be pushed out. They don't have the papers. So we'll follow it and see what happens. You know, have good thoughts for everyone, even the illegals. And I got a lot of topics I want to talk about. So in the next 10 days, I'm hoping to make a few videos, and I'll do some dowsings for it, and I'll give some demonstrations. And 1 through 10. Go to 1, please. What is the average vibration of a video watcher, a Patrick's subscriber? The average is a 6. wow, 6.5. It's real high. You guys are really high. And I mean really high. It's really, you're almost on the fourth run. You're almost thinking right. A 6.5 is the thinking you're going to need for the changes that are coming on the ground, spiritually, mentally, and we're going to get a lot of help, and a lot of people are going to lose their minds, as it were. I still see the universities just getting smaller and smaller, and people are going to stop going to them. They're worthless. They're not being of service to the people. Okay, I hope you appreciate. Hope we're going to have a good year, and get out in nature, because that's serenity. Serenity is what we all need, and it allows us to slow down and get connected. And what else? I have so many things. Yes, dowsing can predict the date of death for anyone. So I can ask when I'm going to die, and there's actually a few choices. Isn't that interesting? You have a date of death perception going out, and then you change. A third of the people, actually souls, meet the day they're going to die. A third leave early because it's really, really difficult, this planet. And a third live on because they actually overachieve for that life. They actually started serving their family and humanity in some way, in a better way, that they wanted to stick around and really do more. And I always thought that was kind of interesting about the date of birth. Okay, thank you, and I'll be putting up more videos soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. Chris? Okay.